Growing up with my grandmother's family is why I am what I am today. Because they were very disciplined. When I look at families that are not disciplined at all, on no level, I don't see what I remember. Back then, the Sapp family used to have a stipulation for all of us. It was about school. If you went to school and you passed your classes, or better yet, if you passed school, you would have a fun summer. Not with the Sapp family. It consists of fail here. If you fail, your summer is miserable. Even if you did pass, that's how they set us up. My summers, 5 years of my summers, I was on the farm. My great-grandparents had a farm off of 64 Highway, right outside Raleigh, Garner area. And that was the first time I learned about being on a farm. Maybe one day I'll have a farm myself, because I'm going to tell you something, I learned a lot. They used to get us up like 5, 6 in the morning, cold as hell, and we would go out there and be in the farm. Me and a lot of my cousins, and we would pick dinner every day almost. It seemed like every day we was at the farm. I mean, we picked okra, turnip greens, collard greens, mustard greens, turnips, watermelon, melons. We used to take the melons and feed them to the bulls because they had bulls. And the best milk I ever tasted was cow milk. I learned how to milk a cow, squirt it to the cats, you know what I mean? And at that time, man, it was brutal to a certain degree, but I can honestly say I picked cotton. If you look at the bottom of my fingers, like right in here under my fingernails, it's discolored because of picking cotton. You used to bleed. Your fingers would bleed picking cotton. Oh, I can tell the stories, you know what I mean? And the way the elders used to be, if you didn't do the work right, it was based on how they feed you at the table. You know what I mean? So if you didn't do the work, if you didn't do the work in the farm and didn't do your chores, you was not gonna get a healthy plate at dinner. You know that I'm telling you, it was some real shit, real work. And that's why I used to look at cats when I went back to DC and look at my family, and I used to be sick to my stomach because they didn't have the discipline I had. And even to this day, people still don't understand me because I was around people who disciplined and knew what hard work was. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell my daughter all the time, you have not done no hard work in your life. I have. Because, buddy, that was work. You know what I mean? For 5 years, 5 years, man, just being on that farm, man, taught me a lot about discipline, character, and having class. And I learned so much from them. My grandparents, the Terrells, my mom, they were the main ones that taught me to who I am today, about the family roots, the origins. We don't do that no more. That's why we're so conflicting, because if you can sit up here and say your great-great-grandparent had 20 siblings, where is those family members? If you can sit up here and say your great-great-grandfather, you know for a fact he had 300 kids, where they at? Come on now. You're talking to somebody that was trained to understand the family. So I can honestly say those kids today, they ain't done no work. Ain't done no work. I'll tell you this right now. These kids today, if they could go back in a time machine and see what we was going through and how it was, they would appreciate themselves and appreciate what life is granted to you. So growing up with the Sapps really taught me a lot, and also the church, because when you come, they always talk about the preacher's kid. I used to say, what about the preacher's grandchildren? They're more devastating than the preacher's kids. You know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of memories of being in the Carolinas, and man, my family, boy, they put us through it. They put it to our asses. You know what I'm saying? So I look at back then, it was the greatest moment in all of my life. The Sapps. Rest in peace, Fairy Bell Sapp. Rest in peace, Isaac Sapp. Rest in peace, Willie Sapp. Rest in peace, Effie Sapp. Um, the Sapp family in general. Rest in peace to my grandparents, Mary Lee Sapp Terrell, Kenneth Terrell. I miss all of them, man, because they taught me so much. And once those type of people leave your life and you don't get something from it, you'll lose why they are who they were, and you will understand who you are. So, sad family, man. I miss them. You know what I mean? I can't believe 46 years of my life and I don't have none of them here, you know? But the Sapp family, man, they taught me life, and I appreciate everything they've done. I really do.